Welcome, and thank you for previewing Fundamentals of Web Communication with Adobe Dreamweaver Creative Suite 6. Fundamentals of Web Communication with Adobe Dreamweaver is a 100% digital textbook that uses the Trunity Publishing Platform for delivery of course materials in a unique, student and instructor-friendly online environment. Our book is available 24/7 for school and home access on desktop computers and tablet devices. By combining a complete course on using Dreamweaver with the Trunity platform, you get a world-class curriculum and an online learning system where you and your students access the text, exercises, sample files, assessments, and more. In addition, instructors have complete flexibility in how the course material is presented to students, and can add their own materials, exercises, assessments, and even choose the order in which the material is presented. This approach makes the book unique in its ability to be used in a traditional classroom setting, or as part of a blended learning experience, or even within a 100% virtual classroom. Like all books published in the Trunity platform, our book is presented in an attractive, logical, and familiar user interface that is easy for both students and instructors to become accustomed to. On the left side of every page within the book, you'll find the chapter headings, and from the book's home page, you can see each of the chapters and all of the sections of materials that are included in the chapter. This makes it extremely easy for students to pick up where they left off with their assignments and return to material they might need to review. Within each chapter, students will see their learning objectives and the correlation between the material in the book and the Adobe Certified Associates exam objectives. Each chapter is presented in logical, easy-to-follow sections that include high-resolution screen captures of the Dreamweaver design environment that can be easily navigated using the page forward or back buttons. Instructors have instant access to all of the teaching materials right within the book, where they'll find extension activities, sample test items, 2 additional comprehensive design projects for students, and much more. In addition to the materials located in the chapter listing, students also have access to a glossary of terms and a forum where they can post questions for the teacher or interact with each other if that's permitted. And instructors can also add their own materials directly to the learning system so students can experience their instructor's resources right alongside the materials presented in the book. Now let's talk about those materials and the instructional approach that's taken in the book itself. Fundamentals of Web Communication with Adobe Dreamweaver begins with the assumption that the students taking the course have no experience at all with web programming or design, and we build their knowledge in a logical and measured series of articles and hands-on exercises. This approach allows your students to understand the fundamentals of each topic before they get their hands on their keyboards and begin building websites on their own. Designed to be covered in a standard semester, the course material has 2 objectives. Number 1, to prepare students to pass the Dreamweaver ACA certification exam, and number 2, to learn the methods they'll need to be successful if they choose a career in web design. Beginning in Chapter 1 with an overview of how the Internet works and how websites and web pages are built, students gain an understanding of HTML and cascading style sheets right from the start. In Chapter 2, students learn about the important planning steps and the soft skills that are required to work in the web design field. These important concepts are some of the critical items that students will need to know to be successful in taking the Dreamweaver ACA exam, but also for any future work they might seek as a web designer. Chapter 3 sets the stage for the next step in student success by providing a comprehensive overview of the Dreamweaver working environment, with all of the areas of the user interface labeled in numerous screen captures and tables. Then chapters 4 through 11 of the book take students from start to finish in building a complete website using the correct modern methods of design, including coverage of styling text, inserting images in multimedia files, working with other Adobe design tools, and using Dreamweaver-specific features such as library items and templates. This section concludes with coverage of how to publish and manage a website using Dreamweaver site tools. By the end of Chapter 11, students will have been introduced to every topic covered in the Dreamweaver ACA exam. With its hands-on, step-by-step approach, students will have the opportunity to use the included exercise files in every chapter to expand their understanding of web design and a practical, real-world example of how Dreamweaver is used. Then in Chapters 12 through 16, we take things to the next level, covering topics that are on the cutting edge of modern web design methods. Students will learn about the emerging technologies employed with HTML5, CSS3, and how these methods are used for presenting web pages that are accessible on mobile devices and on desktop browsers. Students will use these methods to build an additional website that incorporates these techniques using jQuery mobile, forms, and the kinds of flexible page layouts that are expected in the world of modern web publishing. The all-digital nature of this book and the Trunity platform offers significant advantages for both instructors and students. Students can take advantage of the built-in annotation tools and the chapter self-checks to help build their understanding of web design in the Dreamweaver environment as they move through the course. And if their instructor enables the included collaboration tools, students can take advantage of forums and other interactive elements of the platform to work with their fellow students. On the instructor side, there are almost limitless possibilities for the customization of the course. Instructors can choose to add a number of extra content types into the unique online course that is created for each class. These additions include exams made from the included test banks, videos, news and blog postings to keep students informed of class activities, assignments, articles, embedded videos, and more. Not only can instructors post these items, but they have complete control over where they appear within their course and can even hide or reorder the book materials included in the course contents. Instructors also have access right within the course environment to teaching materials that are included with the book. These include student handouts and assignments, source files for additional exercises that can be used as midterm and final exams, as well as links to additional materials they can use to enhance and customize the learning experience in their classroom. In summary, Fundamentals of Web Communication with Adobe Dreamweaver CS6 is a completely new way for both students and instructors to experience a textbook. The book and the course materials have already been proven to be highly effective in teaching students the ins and outs of web design and in preparing them for the ACA exam. Combine those materials and methods with the incredible flexibility of the Trunity platform and the cost savings an all-digital textbook affords, and you can understand why we are so excited by the opportunity to make this book available to you and your students. Oh, and by the way, for schools that purchase multi-year licenses, you even have the option to upgrade each summer to the newest version of the course, including additions for Dreamweaver Creative Cloud. Unlike traditional textbooks, you can ensure that your teachers and students always have access to the very latest materials for newer versions of Dreamweaver, and always have the preparation materials they need for the Adobe Certified Associates exam.